Oh, oh, it's live. It says so. It didn't ding at me twice, okay? I expected it to ding at me twice. Anyway, hi, this is Evening Chat, a approximately weekly show where I'm gonna just sit here and talk to my webcam and share with you a little bit of insight into what's going on in my and a little bit of my wife's life. Because honestly, sometimes she needs to share her own stuff because she's a big girl. I'm a terrible person. Strike that. Just pretend you didn't hear it. Anyway, so basically the length of the show is going to be kind of as long as I have stuff to talk about. Well, I have a list of about 5 things to talk about. When I attempted to record this last night, it ran about 15-20 minutes. So I would expect similar results here. I didn't have audio last night, otherwise you would have seen this already. So first thing I want to talk about is kind of the wrap up to our move. A lot of you that follow me on Facebook know that Kristen and I moved from Vermilion, South Dakota to the greater Columbus, Ohio metro last week. And it was quite the adventure. So we left on last Thursday on the 31st and drove about 15 hours that day because we had loaded up the U-Haul the previous day. Sweet Jesus. And so yes, we drove about 15 hours, had a little mishap in our hotel parking lot where we found out why they tell you not to back up those tow dollies when you actually have a car on them. Sorry for that. But no harm done. And then just kind of man-moded the last 6 hours of the trip last Friday. We basically stopped twice, and at least one of the times was for fuel. So it worked out pretty well. We got here about 2 o'clock local time and started unloading our U-Haul. We had some help from a nice couple that lives in the student housing complex here. And then Saturday morning, Kristen and I finished unloading the U-Haul. She did remarkably well. She helped me carry in the chest freezer. She helped me carry in our massive, I mean, this thing is probably 80 pounds at least, tote of board games, and I think there's some assorted reference materials in the bottom as well. So that was a big help. So we got everything moved in. Saturday night I recorded a little kind of apartment tour, as it were, and displayed to you my ever so terrible cell phone video recording skills. And but kind of gave you the gist of the layout. I'm in my office now because yesterday we actually oh my goodness, sorry about that. Yesterday we actually found this kind of office furniture clearance outlet. It wasn't too far away, and picked up a computer table for $100. I was just like, wow, this thing is amazing. I love it. More on that. More on my computer setup later. So our first week has really been kind of finishing unpacking. Like I said, my office is pretty well up and running and ready to go. Kristen's practice room / our guest room is still a little hinky, but it's getting there. It's getting there. She made some progress on that even this morning. And we found out we're probably going to need about 1 or 2 more bookshelves in order to hold all of our library of reference materials, pleasure reading, that sort of thing. So Columbus is actually, to me it's a fascinating kind of city. Like, there's so many different defined neighborhoods and kind of towns within the greater metro. Like Bexley itself has you have all the amenities of the big city, but it has kind of that smaller city or even large town feel, which definitely makes me feel more comfortable even as I'm pulling out Google Maps every time we have to go someplace new. Like yesterday. Yesterday I needed a square bit to put the legs on my computer table. So I'm like, well, crap. I don't know where any hardware stores are. Google, tell me where hardware stores are. Google says, well, there's a Lowe's, like, right over there. And I said, Google, thank you. Thank you. You're a wonderful person, Google. So yeah, there's actually a Lowe's, like, maybe 10 blocks from our place. A little bit too far away to walk, but definitely close enough that it's a nice short drive. Yeah. Yeah, there's an ice cream shop, not even a 3-minute walk from our place. That's not so good, but given that we just moved 900 miles, we can both say, well, crap, this is so good, but we can't afford it right now. Because we had, the place is called Jenny's. It's a local place. They do all kinds of fun things with different flavor combinations, and you can combine flavors. And I could probably make an entire vlog about Jenny's, but it'd just be me making this face the whole time. You're welcome for that. So on the work front, Kristen started her work-study job on Monday. She'll be working about 13 hours a week at the library, at the seminary. And so that'll be good. That'll get us kind of a nice supplement to our income once I finally start working. I had a good chat with a recruiter at a temp agency on Monday. She got my stuff fired off to kind of the first place she was thinking I'd be a good fit. And yeah, I'm just waiting to... That pause really pregnated that I'm still waiting to hear back. My plan is kind of to touch base with them on Monday if I haven't heard anything further by then. So yeah, there's that. These throat clearings are just going to be super awesome to listen to, and I do apologize for that, but allergies. I went like a week without my allergy meds, and then one night, I think it was like Wednesday night, I woke up and just couldn't stop coughing. It was so bad. So it was at that point that Kristen said, okay, you've adjusted to Ohio pollen, you have to get your allergy meds. Okay. And I did that pouty thing. Yeah. So the command center. I love it. So, as I said earlier, we found this computer table at an office kind of clearance center. It is like 2.5 feet by deep by 5 feet wide, and like the top of the table coincides so perfectly with where my armrests are on my desk chair. I have to look at them to... I apologize, I'm not connecting with you. It's perfect ergonomics. I'm no longer like doing this thing. It's more like that. Let's see it. Yeah, that's a good indication. This is kind of how I was in my old desk that's now a coloring desk at my mom's. So yeah, so better ergonomics for when I'm playing video games. Love it. Plus I have all 3 monitors on the table now, my media television, my gaming screen, and then my Twitter and other stuff screen. It's, if you're a gamer, get a second monitor. I cannot recommend it enough. Even if all you use it for is to see who the hell is sending you a message on Skype while you're in the middle of a raid or in the middle of a game of League of Legends, whether or not it's important that you actually tab out to message them back or not, even if that's all you use it for. If you're not crazy like me and have 400 people you follow on Twitter and want to know every single little thing they tweet, so you have like 8 lists. Yeah, I'm that kind of crazy. Yeah, get a second monitor. You won't regret it. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Yeah, it's morning, by the way. I said I was going to re-record this before bed last night on Twitter, and then I opted to watch the first 40 minutes of Fellowship of the Ring and go to bed and sleep for 10 hours. It's a hard life. I know. So the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is Extra Life. That's coming up here at the end of October, about 2 months from now. And the more I've kind of been thinking about this the last couple of days, and I think what would be appropriate, since I've kind of split time this year between home and Nebraska, South Dakota, and here by the time Extra Life rolls around anyway, I'm actually going to divvy up my donations. Probably about half to go home to the Sanford Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and half, I believe there's, I'm not exactly sure. I know there's at least a children's hospital here in Columbus, so half of as long as they're a CMN hospital, the other half or thereabouts will go there. It may be more like a 60-40 split. I'm not entirely sure yet. I've got to actually get registered and everything and set up that division. So do keep an eye out. I'll be soliciting donations probably starting here in the next week or two for that. So watch your Facebook. I'll have a link that you can go to. You can use PayPal or just pay directly with a credit or debit card. Or you can send me a card with cash that says, hey, this is for Extra Life. You can't go buy Jenny's ice cream with this. But that's up to you. I'm probably looking at setting a bit more, because I did $150 last year, $200, I don't remember. I'm probably going to set probably a bit more aggressive of a goal, maybe like $250, $300 to start out with, and then we'll see how the donations work out and go from there. But I'm really excited. I had a great time with Extra Life last year, and Melissa and Stubbs came on and helped me out with that. I know this year Dave shouldn't be on a boat in the middle of the ocean, so he'll be able to help out too. So that'll all be taking place. I think it's October 25th or somewhere around there. I know it's the back part of October, and it's a Saturday. I'll be live streaming for 24 hours straight, kind of playing a myriad of games. Because right now my stream consists of League of Legends, Path of Exile, some Hearthstone. Eventually, and maybe I may not wait until I get done leveling, but eventually I'm going to work into streaming some WildStar as well, because we're kind of playing that as a group. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing you can see on my live stream whenever I'm streaming. That's twitch.tv/Solietu, or you can find the link in the description below. Also, I'm getting better at getting highlights uploaded to my gaming YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Solietu's gaming spot, also in the description below. I love pointing down. And I laugh at my own jokes. It's okay. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you guys. So thanks very much for watching. Follow me on Twitter at Solietu if you don't already. If you are watching this via Facebook, we're friends, we're cool. I'll give you the two thumbs up. I have no idea. Anyway, thanks guys very much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.